Are you a homeowner worried about making your mortgage payments? Do words like default or foreclosure keep you up at night? If so, please know you are not alone. Millions of homeowners are facing economic challenges and struggling with their mortgages right now. The most important thing you can do in this situation is get informed. Knowledge is power, and understanding your options is the key to navigating this difficult time. Today, we're going to walk through what foreclosure means, its consequences, and most importantly, the alternatives available to you, helping solve the foreclosure crisis, one homeowner at a time. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. I am a real estate professional, not an attorney or tax professional. This information is for educational purposes, and I am not providing legal, financial, or tax advice. Always consult with qualified professionals for your specific situation. So, what exactly is foreclosure? It's crucial to understand that foreclosure isn't a single event. It's a process. It typically begins after you've missed payments. Federal law often requires lenders to wait until you're at least 120 days delinquent. The process varies by state, judicial versus non-judicial, and involves legal notices, like a notice of default or lis pendens. Eventually, it can lead to a bank sale or auction date where the lender takes control. Some states offer a redemption period afterwards, but not all. Allowing the foreclosure process to complete without intervention can have serious, long-lasting consequences. Let's look at those. Future loans and credit. You could be ineligible for a government-backed loan for 5 to 7 years. Your credit score can drop significantly, by hundreds of points, and you'll have to disclose the foreclosure on future mortgages and even many job applications. Employment. Many jobs, especially those requiring security clearances like government, military, or law enforcement, can be jeopardized. A foreclosure can risk your clearance and potentially your job. Deficiency judgment. Depending on your state, the lender might sue you for the difference between what you owed and what the house sold for at auction. This is called a deficiency judgment. Potential tax liability. Forgiven debt can sometimes be considered taxable income. While past relief acts existed, the rules change, so it's vital to consult a tax professional about potential tax implications. That sounds daunting, I know. But here's the most important message today. Foreclosure is not your only option. There are alternatives. First, let's look at options that might allow you to keep your home, especially if your hardship was temporary. Reinstating the loan. If your hardship is resolved, you might be able to pay all past due amounts and fees before the auction date. Forbearance or repayment plan. The lender might agree to let you make up missed payments over time. Refinance. This is usually only possible if you have equity, good credit, and are current on payments, often difficult in this situation. Loan modification. This involves changing the terms of your loan, perhaps lowering the interest rate or extending the term. However, you must qualify based on income. It often doesn't reduce the principal you owe, and sometimes payments can even increase. If keeping the home isn't feasible, there are alternatives to foreclosure that involve leaving the property. Sell the property. If you have equity, you can sell, pay off the mortgage, and avoid foreclosure. You might have more time than you think after receiving a notice. Rent the property. This is generally only an option if you get current on the loan first. Renting while delinquent is problematic, and often rent doesn't cover all costs. Deed in lieu of foreclosure. Sometimes called a friendly foreclosure, you voluntarily give the title back to the lender. However, this can still appear as a foreclosure on your credit and may have tax deficiency implications. It's often difficult with multiple mortgages. Bankruptcy. This can temporarily stay or delay a foreclosure, but it complicates selling and usually doesn't eliminate the mortgage debt. It just postpones the inevitable unless a plan is worked out. Okay, so what happens if you owe more on your mortgage than your property can currently be sold for? This is often called being underwater or having negative equity. Selling normally isn't an option, and foreclosure seems like the only path, but it's not. This is where a short sale becomes a viable and often preferable option. A short sale is when your property must be underwater, you owe more than it's worth, including costs. You find a buyer and submit their offer to the lenders for less than the total amount owed. The bank accepts the offer, releases the lien, the title, and allows the sale to happen. It's not a get-out-of-mortgage-free card. You typically need to demonstrate a legitimate hardship and meet qualifications. But it offers a more dignified exit than foreclosure. Now, let's compare a successful short sale directly against a foreclosure. The differences are significant. Look at this. Future loans. With a short sale, you could be eligible for a Fannie Mae loan in as little as 2 years, FHA potentially even sooner if you were current at closing, versus 5 to 7 years after foreclosure. Credit impact. While a short sale impacts your credit, mostly due to late payments, the damage is typically far less severe than a foreclosure. Scores might drop 50 to 150 points versus 250 to 300 plus points, and recovery is faster. Credit history. A short sale isn't a specific negative item like foreclosure. The loan is usually reported as paid settled for less than full or similar, which is better than a public record of foreclosure lasting 7+ years. Security clearances, employment. A short sale on its own is far less likely to jeopardize security clearances or future employment compared to the significant red flag of a foreclosure. Deficiency judgment. This is huge. In a properly negotiated short sale, the lender often waives the right to pursue a deficiency judgment. In foreclosure, outside specific state laws, they almost always retain that right, and the amount could be higher due to the lower sale price in foreclosure REO. Navigating a short sale is complex. Lenders have specific processes, and negotiation is key. That's why working with a certified distressed property expert is so important. As CDPEs, we have comprehensive training and experience. We understand the complex issues, the timelines, and how lenders operate in distressed situations. Proven solutions. We know the systems and strategies to navigate the short sale process effectively, providing solutions for homeowners facing hardship. Focus on you. We don't just list houses. We are trained to help homeowners understand their options and guide them towards the best possible outcome for their situation, often avoiding foreclosure. If you're facing mortgage difficulties, don't wait. Time is critical. The sooner you explore your options, the more leverage you have. Contact me. Check out my calendar today for a free, confidential consultation. Let's discuss your specific situation and see how we can help you avoid foreclosure and move forward. Thank you for watching. Remember, you have options and help is available. Reach out today. Will Upshaw with LPT Realty, Certified Distressed Property Expert. Real estate professional is not an attorney or tax professional and is not providing legal, financial, or tax-related advice.